And sometimes in life, you will never change until the pain of where you're at is great enough. You know, there's a brilliant story of there was a guy who used to go on a walk every day down the street. And one day he walked past a house and he heard a dog crying, yelping, crying. And he walked past the house and he didn't do anything about it. And the next day he went on his normal walk and he walked past the same house and he heard a dog crying, yelping again. And he's like, I'm not just going to ignore it. He walked past again. The next day, he walked past the house and he heard the dog crying again. And he was like, and he said to himself, look, I can't ignore this much longer. If I hear the dog crying tomorrow, I'm going to do something about it. And he walked past the house again, his same route, and lo and behold, he heard the same dog crying and yelping and barking. And he knocked on the door. He went to the door and he knocked on the door, and a little old man opened the door. And he said, look, I'm so sorry to bother you, but every day I walk past your house and there's a dog that sounds like it's in pain or crying. Like, what is it? Is it your dog? Is the dog okay? Like, I'm sorry to interfere, but what's going on? And the little old man said, oh yes, that's my dog. Come inside. And he went inside and he went to the kitchen. And he said, and there the dog was crying. And he said, okay, well, why is the dog crying? I'm looking at the dog, why is it crying? And he said, well, you know, there's a nail in the floorboard and the dog is sitting on the nail. And he said, okay, well, that's fine, but why doesn't the dog just move? And he said, well, I guess he just hasn't had enough pain yet. He just hasn't had enough pain yet to move. You guys get it?
Yep.
And the thing is, when things are good, there's not a lot of pain, so you don't move. And sometimes in life, you will never change until the pain of where you're at is great enough. You guys get that? Sometimes like pain is good because it's like, it makes you go, I need to change. Most people with their health never change until they've got what? Pain. Most time people never change their diet, exercise, emotional well-being until sometimes they get the diagnosis of cancer. Most times they don't change until they get the bad x-ray or the bad thing. They don't. Prevention and maintenance are very hard concepts to solve to human beings, because human beings don't do anything until there's some pain. Give me a wave if you're learning something. Hey, thanks for watching the video, and hopefully you found it helpful. If you have found it helpful, you might want to grab one of my free books called New Patient Avalanche. It's exactly how we grew our 8 practices, $7 million worth of turnover, 10,000 new patients every single year. It's the exact marketing blueprint we use for that. It's completely free. All you do is pay for shipping. So click on the link or go to my website, dcpracticegrowth.com, and grab your free book. We'll send it to you and some other resources. It's free. All you do is pay for shipping. Go to the website. See you on the other side.